Hey, welcome to the series of everything you need to know about Python in simplest possible way. In our previous videos, while discussing strings, we have discussed so many methods in order to manipulate strings, and we have seen some of the formatting techniques in order to effectively format the strings. So in this video, we will be seeing some of the methods in order to work with strings effectively. These are not direct string methods, but by using these methods, we can actually work effectively with the strings. So let's go ahead and see what are these methods and how we can use these methods effectively in order to work with strings. So in first, we have the method which is len. So by using this len method, we can actually know the length of the string that we are having. Let's say I will use this particular method and I will pass a string which is like here. And if I execute this, you can see the result I am getting, which is 4. It was telling that we are having 4 characters in this particular string. And what I will be doing now is that I will pass like and subscribe here. So now if I execute this, it was telling we are having 18 characters. We will count and verify that is true or not. We are having 4 here, 5 which is base, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we have got exactly 18. So by using this, we have just counted, right? So in order not to count, by using this particular len, we can directly get that. By using this, we can overcome the process of counting. So by using this, we don't need to count any string by how many number of characters we are having. By simply calling this method len, we can able to get how many characters that we are having inside of the string. So I hope you can able to use this particular len method effectively whenever you wanted to count the characters in a string. So let us go ahead and see one more method that we are having, which is count. So this count is a exact string method. So by using this count, we can know a specific character is repeated how many number of times in a string. So let's say I will be having this particular string like and subscribe here. So what I will be doing is that I will call this count by passing a letter maybe I here, and if I execute this, we can able to see we are getting the count which is true. So it will return how many number of times this particular I is occurred in this particular string. So here we are having one I here after in this particular like, and apart from that we are having one more I in this subscribe. Let's say if I pass E here and if I execute this, we're still getting 2 because in like we are having one E and in subscribe we are having one E. Let's say if I pass J here and if I execute this, we are getting 0 because J is nowhere present in this particular string. Because of that reason, it was returning 0. So I will use this particular same I here, and I don't want this particular entire string need to be considered. I only want some substring. So I only want to check that particular substring only to search for this particular I, how many number of times repeated. So for that, what I will be passing is that I need to pass the start value from where it need to be start. Let's say I will give index 5. This is considered as index 5. So if I execute this, we are getting 1. So what was happening here is that it will start counting this particular I from 5th index. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from this A, it was still searching this particular string and returning how many number of times this particular I is repeated. So here at the end, in this particular subscribe, we are having one I. Because of that reason, we are getting this particular result which is 1. So if I give K here, and you can see 0 because K is only present in here in like, and but this particular count method starting at A, because of that reason, after this particular like, we don't have any K. For that reason, we are getting the result which is 0. So now we have mentioned only starting value, right? So we can also mention the ending value. Let's say I will mention the end value as 9 here, and if I execute this, we are getting 0 by passing this particular I, because this particular I is present beyond number 9. Because of that reason, we are getting the result which is 0 here. So if I mention the exact position here, we can mention negative values also. Here, this particular E is considered as -1, B is considered as -2, this particular I is considered as -3. And if I mention -3 here, and if I execute this, we still got this particular result which is 0, because when we pass this end parameter, it directly won't consider as end, it will reduce with -1. So as a result, this particular -3 will be added with +1. When we give minus values, it will be added with +1. When we pass positive value, it will be reduced with -1. So if I give -4 here, we are still getting the result which is 0. Now if I give the value which is -2, which is nothing but this particular position which is B, and if I execute this, we can able to get the result 1, which means that whenever we pass this particular end, it won't directly pass as end, it will reduce it with -1. So that we can see here. So by simply, if you wanted to understand this particular count, it will return how many number of times a specific character is occurred in our given string. So when the particular character is not present, that will return as 0. So now we cannot only directly pass this particular character, we can pass the substring also. Let's say I will be passing this particular ik here, and if I execute this, we can able to get which is 1, because this particular ik present only here in this particular like only. For that reason only we are getting 1, though we have though we have this particular I repeated at the end in this particular subscribe, we are not getting, because it will consider the whole substring ik. This particular ik only present once. Because of that reason, it was given the result as 1. I hope you can able to understand the behavior of this particular count and how we can effectively use this particular count whenever we wanted to know a character or substring how many number of times repeated in a string. So I hope that makes sense. So let us go ahead and see one more method that we have, which is sorted. So by using this sorted, we can actually sort the given string. So let us go ahead and see. Let's say I am using this particular sorted method, and I am passing the string which is like here. And if I execute this, we can able to see the returned value that we have got, which is a list. And in this list, you can see the sorted values, sorted characters of this particular string. So we are getting E at the first, and later we have got I, after that we have got K, and after that we have got L. So these are the sorted values, right? So we are getting the list. So in order to get the string back, we have discussed one of the method which is join in our previous videos. We can use join to combine all of these characters. So in order to join this, what I will be doing is that I will use and assign this particular result in string, and after that I will use join with this simple empty string. So now if I pass this particular string inside of this, and if I execute this, we can able to see the exact string that what we can get. So we need to go one step ahead in order to get the string back. That is what I am doing here. So I hope you can able to understand how we can use this particular sorted in order to get the string in the sorted order. Let us go ahead and see one more example with having a space. So for that reason, I am using like space and subscribe here. So here we are having space, right? So let us check how the behavior of this particular sorted when we have space. So for that reason, I am passing this particular string to sorted, and if I execute this, we are getting the space at the beginning itself before getting all of these characters sorted. So let's say when we have capital alphabets, how it will react. So I am having this capital A, and if I execute this, we are getting the result capital A at the beginning itself. By this, we can able to understand the sorting is happening in the alphabetical order. Whenever we are getting these particular spaces are coming at the beginning itself, after that we will be arranging the capital letters. After that, we can arrange in the sorted order of small alphabetic orders, small alphabets. Like this particular happening, this particular sorting is happening. So if you wanted to get the string back, we can use this particular join method to get the string back, so that we can see, right? So let us go ahead and see and assign this particular with string 2, and after that we will use simple empty string dot join here. And what I will be doing is that I will call this particular string 2, and if I execute this, we can able to get back the original string in the sorted order. In the initial, we are getting this particular spaces, after that we are getting capital alphabet, and after that we are getting the sorted result, right? I hope you can able to understand the functionality of this particular sorted, so you can able to use this particular function effectively. So let us go ahead and see one more method that we have, which is reversed. So before going to this, we can understand one more thing here. We can also pass one more parameter to this, which is nothing but reversed. So I am using this particular reverse. So we can pass the boolean here. So when we pass reverse, the sorting order will come in the reverse direction. When we pass false, the sorting order don't come. So let's say I will pass this particular true here, and if I execute this, we can able to see the sorted order coming in the reverse direction. You can see the result, right? So previously we used to get in the spaces after capital alphabet, after we can get the ordering of this particular alphabets. Here you can see we are starting with the highest value, in this case u, and we are keeps reducing the values, and we have got B, and after we have got capital alphabet, after we have got spaces. It is coming in the reverse direction. And if I put false here, I am putting false here, and if I execute this, it will come exactly in the sorting order, which is starting with the lower value and going to the higher values. So by default, this particular reverse is having false. Because of that reason, by default, we are getting the sorted order from small value to higher value. So this is one of the parameter. If you wanted to directly reverse this particular sorted, you can actually reverse that. So apart from that, we have a direct method in order to reverse this particular string. So let's say I will use this particular reversed, and I will pass like and subscribe here. So the difference between this particular sorted reverse and this particular reversed is that this particular reversed will directly give the reverse of this particular string, not the sorted order. Here in this particular sorted, it will return the sorted order only. Here it won't return the sorted order. That is the key difference that we need to have in mind. So if I execute this, we are getting the object here. So we don't get the direct result. It was returning an iterable. By using this iterable, we can actually build the string again. So for that reason, what I will be doing is that I will assign this to a string. After that, we can use join, right? So that is what I will be using now also, join, and I will pass this particular string here. And if I execute this, we can able to see the reversed of this particular string that what we have passed. This particular string is starting with E, B, I, C, S, B, U, S, D, N, A, and E, K, I, L. So this is the reversed order of this particular string that what we have passed, right? So by default, this particular reversed will return an iterable, so not exactly the value. So by using that iterable, we can actually build the original string again. So this iterable will be very useful whenever we are using any loops. So in such case, it will be useful. So if you wanted to rebuild that, we can use this particular method to get the string back. So I hope you can able to understand this particular reversed. This is used in order to reverse the string. So let's go ahead and see two methods that we have. One is min and another one is max. This particular min and max is used to let us know that a particular, let's say when we pass a series of strings, it will give which string is minimum and which string is maximum. How it will do is that it will consider the alphabetic order. Based on the alphabetic order, it will return minimum and maximum strings. So let's go ahead and see with example. Let's say I'm having like and I'm also having subscribe here. So now if I execute this, it was returning like because this particular L, this this will be happening with the character by character. Here this particular L is less than this particular S. So because of that reason, we are getting the like directly. Let's say if I pass L and after that if I pass A here and if I execute this, this particular LA, this particular string is coming because this will happen character by character. As this L and L are same, after that it will check the second character. This particular A is lesser than I. Because of that reason, this particular min is returning this particular LA, this particular string. So the max will be happen in the similar way. It will return the maximum value. If I have like subscribe, it will return subscribe. So it will be happening in the same way, character by character it will check, and which character is maximum, that particular string will be returned. Let's say if I have si here, still we are getting subscribe, and if I have sv here and if we execute this, we are getting svke, because this particular v is greater than this particular u. Because of that reason, we are getting svke as a maximum string. So I hope you can able to understand this min and max. This will be used whenever we wanted to know which specific string is minimum and which specific string is maximum. So we have seen so many methods, right? We have seen length to know the length, how many characters that we have in a string. After that, we have used this particular count to count how many number of times a specific character or substring is repeated. We have used this particular sorted in order to sort the given string. After that, we have seen this particular reversed in order to reverse the characters, reverse the string. It won't give direct result, it will give an iterable. By using that iterable, we can use some of the operations. If you don't want to do anything, we can get back the original by using this particular join method. If you don't know about this join method, watch my previous video about the join method, where you can understand more clearly. After that, we have seen min and max in order to know which string is minimum and which string is maximum. I hope you have found this video interesting, and I hope you have understood all the methods explained in this video. If that is true, hit the like button. In the next video, we will see some of the methods in order to encode the things. So thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.